We're here at Rocky Mountain RepRap 2025 over at the Gloop booth having a little bit of fun with Jephf over here, and well, he's got enough for one Florida man, but let's see if we can beat him in tug of war. We got a lot to show you here at the event, so let's get into it. So the Voron team has decided that it's just gonna be fun to, instead of additive manufacture, now we're gonna do subtractive manufacturing. Yes. We got Doug here from the Voron team looking at Voron Cascade.
Yes.
And so is every time you touch, do you feel any specific energy with this machine? Do you feel like you could fly when you touch it?
I wish. It weighs like 100 pounds, so it's a little bit of a lead weight. Voron Cascade, it's our first desktop size CNC milling machine.
Literally Harbor Freight US General rolling cart size.
It fits
this is
perfectly.
This is perfect.
And I actually wasn't even the design spec. It just ended up being the perfect fit, and why not? And it's great because I can roll this around my garage to where it's really available. This kind of comes out of what I wanted to have in a desktop mill. It turns out that a lot of other people seem to really like it, so here we are. Every axis is a NEMA 23 motor, 12mm ball screws,
very nice,
and dual MGN 15 rails. So
nice and sturdy.
Lots of sturdiness, lots of power. This is a 1.5 kilowatt, 24,000 RPM spindle.
Okay.
Working volume is 280 in X, 220 in Y, and 80 in Z.
And you got spray coolant, not the flood coolant.
This is
the misting.
This is mist coolant or air blast. The biggest thing I wanted to see out of this was the ability to cut aluminum really well.
Right.
And it does. But if you can cut aluminum really well, you can cut steel carefully.
Yes, very light cuts.
With mist. So that's why that is there. And with aluminum, you want the air blast to get those chips all out of the way.
Right.
So that's what that's for.
Nice.
This isn't necessarily spec for the bomb, but it will be listed as an option for anyone who wants it.
Soon by Voron Design.
The design is about 95% done. Steve's been doing a bunch of testing with me from Steve Builds. He's been doing a bunch of testing and looking at and helping me edit a couple parts. A lot of quality of life improvements that we're working on to kind of flesh this out.
No surprises there.
The motion system is already really solid.
Nice.
I've been spending a lot of the last year getting the electronics and the software packages sorted out to make this thing work as best as it can for our users. I wanted to build this to enable our people to get used to CNC, so it's kind of an easier on-ramp. It behaves similarly to a lot of the bigger mills. So somebody can be like, oh yeah, I learned how to do small stuff on here. I moved up to a Tormach or something else.
Bigger cutters, bigger depth of cut. What board's it running? Because I got a bit of a history with some Voron boards lately. I definitely didn't roast an octopus board. Ladies and gentlemen in the chat, I do believe we have killed a motherboard.
Definitely didn't roast an octopus?
No.
Oh, well, sorry about that. I haven't blown up anything on this yet. Hopefully, This runs two different boards. One is the FlexiHowl, which is really well established on like the Print and SeaWorld running durable HOW.
Yeah.
The other one is the Big Tree Tech Scylla, which they just released a few months ago.
For this project and the Milo,
For this and the Milo.
Yeah.
Grant, I have something for you.
Oh, is it a puppy?
The smoke is still in this one.
Oh,
don't let it out.
Okay.
Thanks, Steve.
So, okay, maybe we can thank Steve Builds once or twice and we don't blame him.
Yes.
Thank you, Steve. Everyone say thank you, Steve, in the comments.
There are a bunch of safety features built into this. We've got a full-on e-stop, which is a life safety e-stop that will cut power to the entire system. On top of this, there's homing. It does a lot of things to make sure that people don't do really stupid things.
Leave it up to Florida Man, I'll find ways, don't worry.
Oh, I'm sure people will. I built a little low-profile 2-lane sensor, and in testing the macros for that, I snapped a 1/4-inch carbide end mill. Just straight moved across and snapped it in half. So no lack of torque.
I know it's not out yet, but you know I gotta ask the question, where are we at price point for this?
The expected BOM right now is around $2,800 to $3,000.
Not bad.
A lot of the cost in these single units is all the panels, which when we go to kits, and LDO actually has verbally committed to putting together a kit for this.
Nice.
Once they do mass production, that cost of some of those bigger things is expected to drop. As soon as you make those panels like 10 at a time, the price drops a lot.
It absolutely does. Do you guys like to throw chips around enclosures? I know I do, and if you want to see that kind of thing on the channel, make sure to comment below and leave a like and get subscribed, because while I don't necessarily have the best track record so far, I am committed to figuring it out. I promise.
One of the things we're trying to do is actually building up a set of macros and things for our users that they can load in with this that are already built to what this machine expects. and they can go ahead and just go in and load the macros and run them, and we've already tested
That
them
would
for
be
them.
amazing. Anyone that's ran CNC mills, especially more of the hobby grade ones, know they never come with good software, and the macros will make life a lot easier.
Yeah.
And of course it runs Clipper, right?
It does not.
Whoa.
It does. Oh. I know, we're taking a hard left away from the Clipper. Sorry, Kevin. Sorry.
Whoa, no. This isn't Voron Design. This is an imposter.
Sorry, hide. Clipper is fabulous. We love Kevin, we love Clipper, but it's not made for CNCs. But here's the thing, we get to introduce you to something new.
Which is?
Gerbil Hal.
Ah.
Gerbil's been around for a decade or more, running hobby CNC machines.
Yep.
Gerbil Hal is the evolution of that, running on 32-bit processors.
Ooh.
It runs directly on the Flexi Hal, the Scylla, a bunch of other BTT and other boards. It's reliable, it works. There are a couple things that are different than Clipper,
Right.
but it works reliably, and we know how to document around it, which makes it perfect for what we need.
And that's the win.
Yes.
That's the win for me. Doug, where can people follow along about the Voron Cascade?
I encourage people to join our Discord. There's no real information about it right now because we haven't released it yet.
Soon.
Soon.
By Voron.
By Voron. Right now, the design itself is about 95% complete. The documentation, which we are famous for and we will continue to uphold, is about 3% complete. So I've got a little bit of work to do still.
So eventually Florida Man might take on this endeavor.
We're getting
He
there.
is still a little afraid of it. But
Just
I'm
don't
committed.
stick your hand in there.
No, don't do that.
That's what this is for. No hands.
Yeah, no hands.
'Kay.
No hands. Bad touch.
'Kay.
We got to get this thing running so we can see it throw some chips around.
Yes.
So,
We're gonna do that right now.
guys, check out Voron. We'll link to him in that description down below. If y'all been in 3D printing for like 5 minutes, you know who the Voron guys are. Huge thank you to Steve Builds for doing that little bit as well. We got to move on to the next one. Let's cut some chips.
All right.
We are here at Print Kit, and if that name does not ring any bells to you, that's a good thing, because this is the new monthly printer kit from Coco Press.
Sure. Yeah, so we provide a monthly subscription service where you can get a kit in the mail every month. It's a mystery what's coming.
Yep.
It comes with a cool little accessory or toy each month and a snack and some sample filaments as well, right?
It's a great way to start building in a way that is easy, affordable. Like, what are the prices looking at?
Oh, it depends on what you want to get in it, but it ranges from about $30 to $50.
That's not bad.
The full kit that has everything, all the bells and whistles, is $50 a month.
Okay.
Really what we provide isn't necessarily the 3D print kit. Like, you could go to printables and find all the stuff.
Right.
What we do is we make it easy and brainless. You get all the parts, you get a tutorial, you get a video explaining how to build it and everything.
Everyone knows I like easy and brainless. As a Florida man, you know, it makes things easy. But you guys have some projects here as well.
So we have some past projects to just to show like what some of the past stuff we did
It's
is.
a big mechanical key.
This is a giant mechanical key that
Does it actually
emulates
work?
an actual
Oh my
keyboard.
God, it does.
So you tell it what key you want it to be, or
F.
what several keys, or anything F.
F
and
in the
then
chat.
When you do that, it sends it to the computer. The cool thing is, this one emulates a keyboard, so you can plug it into any computer and it just works. Now that's a past project. That's one we've already
That's
done.
pretty cool.
Now the one we have here, I really want to show off because people have been loving this.
What do you got? Is that a
This-
little air hockey table?
Yes. This was designed by Brian Vines. You have to check out his YouTube channel.
BB3D, yeah.
BB3D. I really want to give him credit because he did an amazing job. This is an air hockey kit that actually works. We are totally born out of the community. One of our big things is if we use the community to design something, we want to make sure those people are getting full credit and
Right.
financial compensation.
Hey,
So we're approaching people with cool projects and saying, hey, can we give you some money to use your kit for a month? Or could we pay you to design something for us or something like that?
so are you guys currently accepting like design inputs from people? Like if there are designers out there that would like to have their stuff featured in a print kit, is that possible?
I would love it if they would reach out, but keep in mind, a lot of people think similarly. A lot of people have the same ideas. We want to avoid any confusion where somebody says something that a million people have thought of, and we say, oh, no, thanks. And then they see it later and they think, you know, but please reach out with ideas. We'd love to see your ideas.
Where can they reach out?
Caleb@CocoPress is my personal email, and I'm happy to share it.
Awesome. So we'll link that in the description as well so you guys can take a look. Would you guys like to see us build a couple months worth of kits in a live stream or something? Let us know in those comments, because you know what, this is pretty nice. And it's all 3D printed, of course, right?
It's all 3D printed. And Brian actually designed this in Tinkercad.
Wait, really?
Yeah, this whole thing's designed in Tinkercad, and you can see the electronics in this one are pretty simple. Just a couple fans and batteries.
The man, Brian, you're a masochist. You
Brian's
designed
amazing.
this in Tinkercad? And it like actually clicks together.
Yeah.
Damn, nice work.
Yeah, he did an amazing job on design. And then our big thing, like you said, we're just starting. This is our grand opening. Our big thing is, where can we add the value? Because you can just download these files.
Right.
We'll send you exactly the parts you need. We've tested it. We know that those parts will fit and it works. And we supply a video showing you exactly how it goes together, how to flash the microcontroller, how to put the parts together. That's where the real value is coming in.
And people can find it at printkits.com.
Printkits.com.
Check out Print Kits. We'll link to them in the description as well. Let us know if you'd like to see a couple of these kits built on a stream. There's some really cool things on this table, like a heat press for your heat set inserts. I love the big giant key, but it needs to be like Grant hurt himself and I have to hit that button, right?
This one's fun.
What is that?
This is top secret. This is a project coming up in a couple months, so I won't even tell you what it is. But people have been trying to guess all day long, and I just thought it looked cool enough that I had to bring it to share. I did that one myself. I'm not gonna tell you if you guess right.
Well, that's not fair. What do you guys think this is? I'm guessing it's either some sort of speaker, potentially, because we have an opening here. I'm guessing the similar thing goes on this side, and given that the skull is wearing headphones, this could be mid, and you have like a tweeter here, potentially, or full range, and it is ported through the back, so I'm thinking it's something audio related, but check out Print Kits. We'll link to them, and then eventually, if you guess what this is, it'll already be public, so you're cheating. This is really cool, Caleb. I love that it's printable. You guys are enabling, especially young kids, and come on, for 30 to 50 bucks in this economy.
We tried to keep it affordable.
That's
It's
pretty
a little
darn good.
difficult sometimes, but we're trying.
Yeah. Let us know what you would want to see on Print Kits in those comments down below. Make sure to leave a like and get subscribed as well. But Caleb, we got a lot to check out here at the Rocky Mountain RMRRF Fest 2025. So you better get on to the next one. It's been awesome as always.
Thank you.
CocoPress knows how to build booths. Again, check them out. On to the next one. This has got to be one of the most unique machines and products that we've seen here at Rocky Mountain RMRRF 2025. I'm joined by Jean-Francois with a box with a couple of Bondtech extruders on it and a Festo control box for compressed air. So, Jean-Francois, what's in the box?
A 3D printer.
Okay.
In a oven.
So you put a 3D printer in an oven, but the oven is coated in 3D printed parts.
Yes.
And you made the oven yourself. This isn't an off-the-shelf oven.
No.
It's something special. Take a look. And oh yeah, it comes out. So talk to us about this machine, because it is unlike any machine that I've seen. I see some heat lamps in there. We got some ridiculous dense lead screws. What looks like water lines, but because you told me it was compressed air, I know this is compressed air. And foam.
And foam, yes. I use this foam to make the enclosure. It's a special foam that can resist up to 170 Celsius. And it's easy to mill,
Yep.
just with a CNC router. I designed this with the Jephf sole in mind. And it's to bring the cost down of an industrial printer, to be able to print high-grade material like PIC, like High-Temp, PPSU. All the motion is inside the box.
Right, which is unique, because most companies will take the motors and put them outside, because
Yes.
really hot chambers plus stepper motors equal not happy stepper motors.
I select the component according to the temperature. This is what is challenging for the design of this kind of machine, to have a linear rail and driving motion that can sustain this temperature. But unfortunately, there is no stepper motor that can sustain this temperature. So I encapsulate this motor in the same foam box and blow some fresh air inside to keep it cool.
That is one of the most unique ways that we've seen cooling done. Often people will do liquid cooling because it's easy. But the problem with liquid cooling is it's liquid. Liquid plus electronics
Plus heat,
often
yeah.
equals problems.
Yeah, of
and
course.
this whole thing you designed and built in Onshape,
Yes.
which is amazing, first off. But you're doing a ridiculously thick MIC 6, so that's a milled flat aluminum plate with a Garolite bed on it that gets how hot?
200.
200 degrees Celsius on the build plate. And the hot end's probably good for what, 500?
500.
Yeah, at least. You're looking to retail it at what price?
My target is 10K.
Go try to find a printer that's peak capable, that won't burn your house down. LERT. For less than 10 grand. You built this machine to be modular as well. You can stack machines all over this.
The idea is to be able to deliver it in kit because shipping cost of the huge volume.
Oh, yeah.
It's part of the final cost. And it's difficult to design a machine that can sustain with this temperature with a thermal expansion
Oh, yeah.
of different material. So I have to use a lot of creativity.
Where can people follow along with this?
For the moment, I only focus on the design.
That's fair.
So I will maybe make some video and maybe open a Discord channel to discuss on my project and
be
also
great.
about the hot end.
Yeah, this hot end is kind of ridiculous. You've thought of a lot, and you said, I'm not going the patent route.
No.
Which is a big deal in this industry, right? A lot of industrial grade 3D printers come with industrial grade patents. You want to follow RepRap, right?
Yeah, definitely. We need that.
We love to see that. Do you have a nozzle here? Or is this?
This is the nozzle. Well, it's not the assembly is not finished. So here is the tip of the nozzle, and this is brings an extra heat.
That's that extra heater that goes on to
Yes.
it. This is not your typical hot end. It enables coaxial filament, where you feed two materials in and one material wraps around the other one. And then you have a post heater, which goes and gives it just a little bit extra beans to make it properly strong. This is super cool. What is like the main idea for this coaxial nozzle system?
Reinforcement.
Okay.
To be able to do like what does Mark IV with a continuous fiber.
Right.
Imagine using a tulomer for the core
We love Telemer.
and a PEC-A capstan for the shell.
Oh my gosh,
You have
yeah.
best of both worlds.
That is literally the best of both worlds.
Yes.
This is a lot of machining. This is a lot of math and a lot of work. I would guess that a lot of the money for this printer went into this.
Definitely.
Yeah.
And it's the second attempt, and my goal is to make smaller and smaller. I want to be able to manage dynamically the extrusion temperature, and when you have to manage dynamically the temperature, you need an active air cooling.
Yep.
So it's like an heat sink at the same time that the heat block.
I thought these were like copper heat pipes, but no, they're air cooling pipes. that you
It's
put
air
in there.
cooling pipe. Yes.
And I see some 3D printed metal in there too. You've got a lot going on. Thank you so much for bringing this out. You came all the way from Canada, right?
Yes, yes,
Would you be open to talking about this in more detail on a podcast one day?
of course.
If you guys want to see that, let us know in the comments, because yeah, we can get into the nitty gritty.
In detail, yes,
Yeah.
I can speak for hours.
You said you've only been working on this for 4 months?
Yes.
4 months.
With the help of ChatGPT for the calculation.
Okay, but 4 months to get this, it's unheard of. This is an insane level of detail and quality and expectation that I would have never had. You have a really, really cool product here. I am excited to watch this come to life.
Thank you.
And if you are too, make sure to leave a like and get subscribed, because I am sure we're going to be covering this again in the near future. Jean-Francois, thank you so much. This has been tremendous. Again, guys, check it out. Maybe, if you want it, we'll have them on as a podcast. But we got a lot more to check out, so on to the next one. Let's go.
However you want to do it.
All right, Andrew,
All right.
what are we doing here? We've got a big freaking robot.
Yep.
We got a little piece of plastic.
Yeah. Well, 3 little pieces of plastic.
3,
Yeah. So we have PLA and PETG and ABS.
all in one.
All in one.
Held together
and-
with glue.
Yeah, held together with Gloop. So you're testing the bond strength of Gloop against multiple different materials.
Okay. So normally we've been doing it with like what, PLA
Yeah,
to PETG?
yeah. So normally we've been running it just PLA to PLA.
Yeah.
So just showing the strength of PLA to PLA. But
Now it's-
we wanted to up the ante a little bit. And
Extra chemistry.
Exactly. So this is showing how you could use Gloop to bond multiple different dissimilar materials together.
Where can people get this stuff?
The best place is 3dgloop.com, but we're also available through several different resellers here in the United States. So Matter Hackers and Printed Solid.
And oh yeah, they just bought a building, so if you want a podcast on that, that. Let us know in those comments.
You guys ready?
Yeah, let's test out the strength of chemical welding agents.
Yes. All right, guys.
Let's do it.
I'll count you in. Alrighty, in 3, 2, 1. Come on, guys. You're pulling 47 kilograms. Oh, there's 55.
I'm out of traction.
Come on, give it a little bit more.
I got my whole butt in this, man.
You got 51.
Oh, well, here we go. We're going for a ride. Come on, Jeff. Oh, jeez. Don't.
Oh, that's, hey, you got 59. That's a strategy.
I'm up. Thanks, Jeff. A scholar and a gentleman.
Come on, really lean into it, guys. Oh, that's it. I saw 66 kilograms right there at the end.
It said peak 88.
Yeah, peak 88.
I'll take it.
Nice. Well, that was a valiant effort.
It's a valiant effort. I don't think we beat last year's record.
No, I think last year you guys were on the outside at Earth.
Yeah.
And so it was a little bit more sticky.
And the sun was in my eyes or something like that.
Something like that.
But guys, seriously, check out 3D Gloop. Links will be in that description down below. I always bring out the coolest stuff.
Thank you.
How's Jeff gonna be used for, real business stuff when you get the new shop set up?
That's a great question. I know that we're gonna set them up, hopefully in the front, like retail area for a little bit. We might have some fun ideas for like marketing stunts and, maybe packaging and, that sort of stuff, but we'll see if we can put them to work.
As one does. Guys, check out Gloop down in that description. Oh man.
Out of breath.
Yeah. It's the altitude. I'm not out of shape. It's always the altitude.
Good work, guys.
But check them out. Make sure to leave a like, get subscribed. Big thank you to the Rocky Mountain RMRRF25 for bringing us out. If you want to support the efforts that we do here, you can do so by joining for as little as $1 a month. $10 tier and higher, you get to come hang out in our private Discord server and watch me suffer a little bit more. We got a lot of behind the scenes stuff. That is all we have for you all today. Stay safe out there. Don't forget to call your loved ones. Don't play people's robots unless they let you. Don't forget to ask. And as always, keep making awesome. Have a good one. Oh, I'm so gassed.